Hi everyone. Now let us wait for more people to join in, and then we will be starting this. Let me just share a little bit on how to go about doing this. Wait, hold on for a while. Yeah. Hi Gemma. Hi Steve. Loud and clear. Loud and clear, right? If you're loud and clear, just give me a like, please. Okay, good. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I'm doing this now. Let's go. Hey, Arisu, how are you? Are you in Singapore? If you're loud, just give me a like, please. Okay. So, now, is it done already? Just hold on for a while. We'll wait for a while for everyone to come in, right? Okay. Is it done? Now, hi Arisu. So Arisu, are you still in Singapore, or you're in Malaysia now? And hi Sui, thank you for watching all the way from Kuching. How is the situation in Kuching? Hi Raymond C. Oh, so long never see you. How have you been? Right, hi Yan, hi. Now, yeah, in Singapore, please take good care of yourself. I think Singapore also do a little bit of restriction now for the next few weeks. I think all of us have to do our part in terms of making sure that we contain the virus. And Kevin, hi Kevin, hi, how are you? I switched off already. Yeah, I kind of like. Hi Dean Arif, long time no see. So now we all have to stay home and be good. For those that is on our Facebook Live, I will appreciate if you could actually like, comment and share this Facebook Live so that more people will be able to watch this particular episode. Now this particular episode is very interesting. Because we are touching on something which is very dear to my heart. I know I've been in my 7 years, including Singapore. We have been 9 years. I've been doing personal branding, and of course, at this current situation is where a lot of people need a lot of online personal branding. And I decided to touch on this topic. Yeah. So today we'll be talking about online personal branding. Hi Tony, how you been? Alvin, thanks for watching. Thank you very much. Ken Wong, thank you for watching. Dr. Nicholas, hi, you're all the way watching from Singapore. Thank you very much. Now, like what I say, please help me to like, comment, and share. So for those in the house, be nice. If you hear me loud and clear, can you give me a like, please? A love, a light. Yep. Melissa, thank you for your advice. I'll be very mindful. Darren, welcome. And so if you are in the house, please give me a like button or a love button, please. Now we have Yvonne. Yvonne is watching too. Okay, so we'll just wait for a while more before we start this. Now at invite. So in this case, so Yvonne's in the house. Hello. Okay, and please, when the going get tough, the tough stay at home. So it's very true, right? So now all of you must have heard about that. Our movement control order, the MCO, has been extended for another 2 weeks and all the way to April 14. I just spoke to my team, and we are doing our best to be as positive as possible. I think the issue for me is not so much about the MCO. It's only that I'm so used to meeting people. I'm so used of seeing people on the daily basis, and now I kind of deprive a little bit of meeting meeting people. So that's why every few days I will do my grocery, and then at least I can talk to the cashier or what. But of course, I can always do a teleconferencing, but it's always different because when you talk to another human face to face, there is always a human energy there. So that's what I like about it. But it's okay. I think we have to do our part, definitely to contain this. We have Jan. Jan is watching also. Now, the reason I have this particular topic to talk about the online personal branding is because I find out that because of this lockdown and because of certain country restricted movement, a lot of people start to grow their online platform, which is great. I love it, right? Because it's time that a lot of people who never embrace technology, never embrace online, I think that is a time for you to, this is a great time for you to embrace it. But I do also find out that a lot of people just do for the sake of having an online platform because just like a normal strategy, the online strategy needs to have a focus. If you do not have a focus, then you know what is going to happen? There's something going to happen, it's called the online personal branding fatigue. Fatigue means your audience gets so tired of listening to you sharing all kinds of topics, right? Because you must understand, when you're online, it's part of a branding exercise. But when you spread yourself too thin in terms of covering a lot of different topics that is too diversified for your particular branding, then you get people to be wondering, actually, what do you actually do? So even for this case about the coronavirus, the COVID-19, you have to advise it according to your expertise. Example, if you're a doctor, you have to advise it according to medicine's point of view. If you're a lawyer, you have to advise it from a lawyer point of view. Like for me, I advise COVID-19 from personal branding and networking point of view, right? So this is very important. If you don't do it properly, then you get too much of people don't even know that what are you trying to do, and that branding is not very good, yeah. And of course, we have Simon Wong in the house, Matthew Benjamin Yu. So if you're in the house, can I trouble you to like, comment, and share this Facebook Live? We'll be going very soon because today I'm going to share about 5 online personal branding strategy that we use in High Fly Asia, and I hope that you can bring back this wisdom with you so that you can craft your online personal branding a little bit more strategize a little bit more focused, yeah. So as you can see from the messages, you don't have to take down notes because my team will be keep on sharing with you what have I just said. Every time I finish saying, there will be all the messages will be there, so you can just scroll up or scroll down to see all the informations on your message here. Sonia is watching, and we wait for one more minute, one or 2 minutes for more people to come in, and I'll be starting very soon. So in the meantime, please remember to give me a like, comment, and share this Facebook Live, yeah. And always remember to take good care of yourself, be good, eat healthy, and also exercise well. Yesterday I attempted to do a body combat at my house by watching a YouTube. I never realized that it can be so tiring, even though it's on even though that is on YouTube and you're watching it. So I find that nowadays, being locked down, especially at home, you have internet, you have all, it's very convenient, and you can pretty much do a lot of things. A lot of my friends start to pick up cooking habit, so I feel that is very good, yeah. And hi Lian, very good. I just had a teleconference with you, amazing girl there, so I hope that you enjoy today's Facebook Live. Melissa, nice to meet you too. Yeah, okay, so please help me to like, comment, and share, and we'll be starting very soon about what is online personal branding strategy and what are the 5 strategy that I'm going to share. Okay, So let us go into step number one. Now, step number one is like this. So what is online personal branding? Now, online personal branding, right, is something like you post things online and how you want people to perceive you. If you want people to perceive you a certain way, you need to craft it on a certain way. Unfortunately, a lot of times people always think that social media is only for fun and for sharing, funny things or showing their lifestyle. For me, personally, I don't really show a lot of. I haven't shared. Just a moment. Yeah, I shared already, right? Done already. Yeah. Hi, Kenneth, my brother, Mr. Lai. Done, right? Can just hold on for a while. Let me check. Hold on. Done? It is, right? Okay. Hey, YY is in the house. Hi, YY. So long never see you. Okay, and please help me to like, comment, and share, definitely. Okay, so let's go into the part is like, what is online personal branding? Like what I say, it is meant for you to craft your personal branding online. Now, like for me, I don't share a lot got to do with my family. Why? Because I'm very public. I don't want to expose my family so much. And to me, social media is only for work because that is where I build up my branding. So because social media can help to magnify your branding so much more than you do it offline, correct? So example is like you go to event of offline if there's no COVID-19 and you kind of share it to the audience online that you actually been to a certain event, and therefore you kind of like let people know that you're pretty active. So active in networking, yeah? So with this itself, then you are able to craft a certain degree of personal branding online so that you want people to know who you are. Let's say for myself, I always want people to know me as an entrepreneur. So entrepreneur is always the keywords that I like whenever I do any posting. The next one is I want people to know that I am a thought leader in personal branding. I'm also a thought leader in networking, especially globalizations. And the last one is actually my High Flyer Asia. Now, those people, for you all that know me previously from Brand Yourself, I kind of take less than just a couple of months, less than a year to kind of switch people perception of me from Brand Yourself to High Flyer Asia. Now, for me at this moment, because a lot of events are all cancelled and High Flyer Asia cannot be as active as it is, I kind of bring back what is necessary now, which is the online personal branding. Now, this has been my strength for the longest time because a lot of my students who come and join me and they don't even have a Facebook. But after my class, they kind of addicted to Facebook. Why? It's not so much for the fun part. It's because they know that it can actually give you a lot of benefit out of it. So please remember that online personal branding is not for fun. It definitely can help you with your work, especially with this lockdown, this MCO. You really need to use a lot of online to promote yourself and promote your business so that you can start doing your personal branding strategy in place. I have seen a lot of people have been doing this these past few days. Unfortunately, I find that their focus is a little bit all over. I'm not saying everyone, but some of you all who are doing this, the focus kind of become diluted a little bit. It means you're not very focused on pushing up who you are as a thought leader. So please remember, the thought leader must be according to your strength of work. It means your business or your area of expertise. These are all very important for you to craft everything along this ecosystem. If not, right, a lot of people, the next time when you meet someone and you ask people, hey, who you think I am? They will start to say a lot of different things. It means you are too diluted already. Okay, so let us see who is in the house. Andy Cole is in the house. Hello, Connie Chin. How is Malacca? Yeah, Paul Tan, thank you for joining. Happy belated birthday. Simon Khan is in the house. Definitely, brother Nelson. Hi. Hey. Let us see. Okay, good. Let's see who else is in the house. Definitely. So if you're in the house, Ryan Lim is in the house. Very good. Hi. It's been a long time. Last see you. Danish. Very hi to you. Can you please, all of you, if you are in the house, in the room, please help me to like, comment, and share this Facebook Live so that more people can know about it. We have touched on number one, what is online personal branding. To me, online personal branding is very business focused. It's for work. So you need to craft an online that goes hand in hand into your area of expertise. So if you're a lawyer, you craft everything on the law perspective. If you are an engineer, you craft on that part. Like Simon Khan, you are in building materials, you come in from the infrastructure part. So we always try to craft our positioning according to our area of expertise. If you don't do that, you will be diluted. You know what will happen? You have online personal branding fatigue. Fatigue means people becomes very stressed by reading your posting, very stressed by reading your watching your Facebook Live, because they are very confused on who you want to be portraying yourself as. So be mindful. You must be very focused on who you are. Especially to me, Facebook and social media are all for work purposes. So everything I craft is according to my work. So that's why I already share with you my focus to tell the audience is always along networking, along personal branding, along High Flyer Asia, and along me as an entrepreneur. Okay, so Sachi is in the house. Hello, Raziv. Hi, Raziv. Now we also Glenn Hill is in the house. Glenn Hill is an expertise in the hair environment. Now Simon, hi. So in the house, please help me to like, comment, and share this posting. We have just covered the number one point. Is what is online personal branding. It's very important because in the early days, this is how I learned it from Dr. Mini Lu. I learned it from training. I learned it from many people that have done it well. That is a very great platform to plant seed and to be who you are. We have May in the house. We have John Tan in the house. Hi. Okay, so we have to say already, online personal branding to me is not for fun. It's not, I don't expose my family. I don't expose too much about my lifestyle thing. But a lot of times I only do it for work purposes. So that's why I'm doing this online personal branding. So don't do it for fun only. You must have focus. Focus along your area of expertise. Therefore, then you can be very focused in terms of what do you want. So what do you want actually out from online personal branding? That goes into our second point. The second point is how to define your own measurement of success, whether you have done well in terms of this online personal branding strategy. So I have done it. So how to define? There are a couple of things that I find that can define it. Number one is perceived value on me get higher and higher on the daily basis. People perception on me that I'm very atas. I also do not sure why, but maybe it's the way I portray myself. But I would think it in a good way, because people think that you are good. People think that you are atas is more important, because it's better than people don't think you are, right? So like I always share in my class that people think that you are rich is more important than you are rich. People think that you are successful is more important than you are really successful. People think that you are smart is more important than you are smart. I always like to tell this joke that sometimes when I go out to an event or things, I have people calling me Dato. I say this joke is like this: if people call you Dato when you are not a Dato, has a higher perceived value. When you are Dato, no one call you a Dato. Yeah. So this is always a joke that I always say. In fact, how to define your own measurement of success? Your perceived value get higher and higher means you already done it very well. Okay, so perception is the easiest for you to do. Why? Because most of the time, right, if let's say we meet a new people, we always do background check. Where do we do our background check? Normally we go to social media to do a background check. Now, if you go to social media background check, then you discover, how come when I talk to this guy or this girl, somehow I have my perception on this person is like this. But when I go and check out the background check on the social media, it's totally a different persona. Now that you create confusion. When you create confusion, what will happen? You create confusion, then you will jeopardize something called trust. When you jeopardize the trust issue, people will find it difficult to trust you because they see the inconsistency between your real life, inconsistency between your social media, inconsistency in between the day-to-day. So all these things, right, is very important for people to start trusting you. They must see the consistency. It means when people see you face-to-face and people see you on your Facebook or social media, they must see a consistency. That's what we are doing here. Yeah, and remember this, sometimes you also want to plant seed. Plant seed means what? You want, let's say if you're going for a meeting or you want to meet a new person, you probably want to kind of let the other person do a background check on you on social media first. But if let's say you got nothing to show them, then what's the point? Because I always feel that social media must be inspiring, must be motivating, must be positive. There's no point about complaining about life. How does people perceive you? Now people only will perceive you that you are always very negative. Do you like that? Or earlier on, one of my students asked me, is it okay to post quote of the day? I say, please don't lah, because quote of the day, then you might as well buy 365 quote a day and then every day post it. There's no effort behind quote of the day. Number two, generally, when someone posts quote of the day, do you actually add on any value? I mean, do you see this person like very amazing or outstanding? Not really. I will see that people that post quote of the day are lazy people. Got post is better than never post. So I feel that at least I give them a little bit of effort in terms of making effort to find a quote of the day to post. But generally, I feel the effort is very little, so might as well don't do it, correct? Okay, so I already shared with you, the first measurement is your perceived value. Let's see who is in the house. Robin is my very old friend. I know him since my very childhood time. We've been knowing for each other for almost 40 years already. We have Taka is from Japan, my good friend from Japan. How you been? How is the situation in Tokyo? Wilson, Mr. Lai, you are in, Eric Tay, Darren Gee. Wow, today we have a lot of my friends from Facebook is joining us. You are in the house. Thank you very much for watching my Facebook Live. Today we are touching on the topic on online personal branding strategy. So if you can help me here, please like, comment, and share this Facebook Live. I will very much appreciate it so that more people will be more focused on learning how to do your personal branding strategy correctly. Okay, so Taka, you say good, amazing. Please take good care of yourself and definitely be good, and let us hope that all these things will be solved in no time. I already shared that how do you define measurement for success. We are still in the point number 2. How you define your own measurement of success if you do whether you are doing your personal branding strategy well or not. So number 1 is perception. It means your perceived value getting higher and higher. It means you have done it well, and the perceived value go into what you want people to perceive you. You have done well already. Okay, so now the second part is like this: I'm very blessed because all these years when I'm continuing doing this, I have a lot of people offer me sponsorship and offer me products, offer me free gift, free stay, free upgrade. All this also a measurement of the success of your doing. Now, I always like to say this is like, you have network, I have network. If your network, no one knows that you have network, it doesn't serve the purpose. So the whole idea is, if you have network, you have to tell people you have network. If you have this connection, you have to tell people. But of course, it must be a quality and real connection, and depends on how you do the posting. Some people, they start to, take picture with Tun Mahathir, and then as if like they are BFF with Tun Mahathir. I think that is not correct, because your network must be the network that you are connected personally, and these connections is the one that you can actually ask for help. That means you really have them in your phone book and you can go makan with them. So if this person is somewhere that is very far, that is not your friend, I don't really think that is a very good idea. Once a while is okay. Generally, I think feel free to share with people, your audience, who you hang out on the daily basis. So the brands or the products or whoever wants to work with you, they know that birds of the same feather flocks together. They kind of perceive you that you are about this group of friends that you are hanging out with. So I do that all the time. So that's why I'm very blessed. Like me and the team, we have a lot of people giving us a lot of sponsorship, a lot of gift, a lot of crossover, a lot of things, and I'm very blessed that in many ways. So if you continue doing it correctly, you can even get those sponsorship and gift for yourself also. But please do it correctly. If you don't do it correctly, no brands would like your branding. Yeah. Okay. So and about this free sponsorship or this, I always say I'm not a celebrity, I'm not an entertainer, I'm not a singer, I'm not an actor. But why are they sponsoring me or giving me gift? In fact, if you check out my social media, my numbers is not that high, but it's good enough. Why? Because I believe something called quality over quantity. I kind of brand entrepreneurs as celebrity entrepreneur. So celebrity entrepreneur do not need to be like the influencer. We have so much of fan base, because the people that is in your social media are all quality people. And these quality people know that because generally you are entrepreneur, you hang out with birds of the same feather flocks together, you hang out with the like-minded people. So a lot of brands are looking for quality and not so much on quantity, because like for me, I don't play mainstream game, so that's why I don't really go into too much of the mainstream. Yeah. Okay, so that is what I feel about the free sponsorship and gift. That is also another measurement for your success if you do it very well. We have Malika from Thailand or from Bangkok is in, Jetix is in, Yameng Lo, famous Mandarin speaking feng shui master. Thank you for joining me. I am blessed to have you on this. And Brian Lee, my good friend, which is in the media, online media. Thank you for supporting. Francis, hi, how you been? Now, let us go into the third part. The third part is this. When you start getting collaborations message, it means you're also doing very well in terms of your personal branding strategy, online personal branding strategy. See, collaborations, why people want to collaborate with you? Because they find that your branding is good. They want their brands to cross over with you, or they want your audience. But for this one, please be a little bit mindful, not to anybody who wants to give you things, you take it. Because you must only take in things or collaborations that have brands that is same status as your brand. So if you don't do that, then it's very tricky, because you will spread yourself too thin. Then this also you do, that also you do, that also you do. So for me, I'm very mindful about what brands that we work together. So because each brand that we work together highly determine my perceived value in terms of Steve Wee and also High Fly Asia. So we keep it that way. So that's why we don't jeopardize ourselves to be too mainstream or to everything also one. So I only work with quality brands. Yeah. And the fourth one is thought leader. Now, thought leader means if you do it well in terms of your area of expertise, there will be a lot of messages coming in asking you to give, to be a panel of discussion, a panel of thought leader to talk about certain topic, or maybe they invite you to give talk in terms of your area of expertise. or maybe they invite you to give some CSR in university or college. So like what I told you, my area of expertise is personal branding and also globalizations networking. So most people invite me to go and talk about these two topics. Once in a while, I will be talking about entrepreneurship, but frankly speaking, I'm also learning in terms of entrepreneurship. So I'm not a big area expert in this. I'm still learning on a day-to-day basis. But my strength is in two things: is personal branding and also in globalization networking. So that is my strength. Okay, so in this case itself, we already touched. If you do it well, you will get people asking you to go and give your thought or give your opinion regarding your area of expertise. Now this is very important because that is part of the branding too. Yeah. Now of course, you have new followers coming in on the daily basis. That is also an indicator that you have done it well. But don't be too crazy about the number of likes, the number of likes, the number of fans, the number of friends. I feel like all these things is important, but you want quality. You don't want quantity. Quality override quantity, because we all know that as an entrepreneur we have limited number of hours a day, so that we cannot be hanging out with too many people, but we want to hang out with quality people that can actually uplift up and can pull us to the next level. Okay, so the number two, I already touched how you define your measurement of success. Perceived value, number one. If people are perceiving you higher than who you think you are, or you perceive you accordingly to who you want them to perceive you, you have done a great job. You have free sponsorship, you have free gift coming along your way, then you're also doing a great job. You have a lot of people want to collaborate with you, perfect, that is a great job. People start to ask you to give talk or be a panel of judges for a specific topic that is in your area of expertise, you also done a great job. The last one, you start to have more new followers coming in. That is also an indicator that you have done a great job for your personal branding strategy. Your online personal branding strategy, let me tell you something, okay? No one will tell you the truthful feedback, because most of the time if you ask people, they will tell you, not bad, it's okay, it's quite good, you have done very well and all these things. I feel a lot of people are limiting themselves from telling you the truthful, because sometimes they don't have to tell you the truth. So therefore, you need to find a few good friends, okay, to really truthfully tell whether you have done a great job. Where is the area that you can improve a little bit? Even like for me, on the daily basis, I keep asking people, hey, how can I improve this? How can I improve that? Now, earlier days when I started Facebook Live, people tell me I'm not interacting enough, so now I'm interacting more. So you see, all this feedback helps you to be better. Especially on the online personal branding strategy, you need guidance. You need people that have done well in this to guide you properly be very focused on, so that you becomes a leader in your area of expertise. Now, let me acknowledge who is in the house. Now we have Hang. Hang is from Bangkok. Thank you for joining me. We have Darren Liang. Thanks for joining. Amy Wong. Wow, my darling. Okay, thank you for joining. We have Pravita, Kelvin, Andy Ko. So thank you for joining. If you are in the house, please help me to like, comment and share this Facebook Live, so more people will understand about doing the online personal branding strategy the right way. Okay, we also have Guru in the house. We already touched number one was what is online personal branding strategy. We touched number two is how to define your own measurement of success. Okay, now let us go into the third part. Now, the third part is what I name it this way is you are who you say you are. Frankly speaking, you really need to do this before other people start branding you. For me, in the early days, I know that the whole way is the whole direction of online personal branding is done this way. I start letting people know that I am what I want you to say or introduce me. See, I like people to tell that I am expert in personal branding. I like people to know that I'm an expert in globalizations networking. I like people to know that I run High Fly Asia. I like people to know that my platform has 17 Asia countries members. So all these things I like people to know so that they create a perception out of you. So in this case itself, I start by planting the seed out for people to talk about me. If you don't do this very well, you know what will happen? People start talking about you before you start to tell them what to say. Then there will be a lot of different kind of messaging going around. Because why? Because the original author, which is you, didn't kickstart it well by telling others how to introduce you. So in this case itself, you must be very mindful that how you want people to perceive you. Start to do it online, because let me tell you, this online personal branding strategy is monkey see, monkey do, which means how you portray yourself in terms of your content is how other people portray you and start introducing you. This has worked very well for me for the past years, because I don't have to tell people where I've been, who I meet, what I do. Everyone can memorize my schedule. So it means they have been following me on my Facebook, my social media, and my Instagram very, very closely, so that every time I want to tell something, I just put it there and everyone will know about this. So this is a very, very good tactic that you want to do it. And of course, we have Datin Milu in the house. She is the one that teach me a lot, got to do with all this online personal branding strategy, and I'm kind of model after her success. If you like, you can always follow me on my Facebook and my Instagram. My name is Steve Wee, and Winnie Lu is Winnie Lu. So you can actually check out our content. Our content is always inspiring, content driven. Some people ask me, is it okay because nobody like to read very long? I say that's fine, because we like to write, and we kind of write it in such a way that we want to express our thoughts inside our social media. In fact, you think that a lot of people don't appreciate long messages. Let me tell you, many people appreciate that, because there is a lot of thought going on there, a lot of wisdom, a lot of effort in writing that piece of comment. So of course, Datin Winilo is the leader in terms of writing content. Her content is always very, very on point, in very, very elaborate, and I always love to read that. Now, for those who are in the house, please feel free to ask me any questions that you have regarding online personal branding strategy. I will check out the questions, and I will be answering the questions at the end of the session, so that I can clarify certain doubts that you have. Okay, so please ask me any questions that you have and put that in comment. I'm more than happy to take a look. Okay, let me drink a little bit of water first. Right, okay, so please remember to like, comment, and share this Facebook Live. I'm very excited because this is the topic that I love a lot, and for the past years, we have helped a lot of entrepreneurs to craft their online personal branding strategy so well that they start to have a lot of benefit coming into them, and we are very blessed. We are very blessed that we actually have the capability of doing so, and that's why I'm here to share with more people about this. Now, when you say who you are, please remember that you must also know why are you doing this online personal branding strategy. If you're doing it for fun, you can continue doing it. But let me tell you, it is highly for your area of expertise, for your business, and for your work. Okay? So you must know why are you doing this. You are doing this so that you can gain more followers, more people to trust that you are the area of you are expert in your area of expertise, and you also want people to know that you are good in what you are doing. You are good in how you want them to perceive you. Okay, so that is very important, and must also realize you must know where to start, right? Because social media, there are so many social media out there, right? So where to start is very important. Now, let me, Gemma, okay, can you post the question here? Can you post the question here. Just hold on for a while, yeah? Okay, I'm kind of like consolidate the questions so that I can ask you all, I can answer you all one by one. Now, remember this, know why you are doing this, know where to start, and the third one is you must learn how to market research yourself. Go to social media and check out, put in your name and see what are people talking about you. Now, those are the things that you need to do your market research first, right? And find out more from people around you, how do they see you online? And ask them to give a truthful feedback. That is how you do your market research. Now, there are a couple of platforms that you can actually start branding yourself. There is Google. Google is where you see that. Facebook, of course, I use a lot of Facebook because in Malaysia, generally people are still using Facebook. Instagram, LinkedIn. I also use WeChat because WeChat is for China site. So I use Google, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, WeChat, and the last one is hashtag. Always remember to put hashtag, and the hashtag must be in the area of expertise of yours. Like for me, my hashtag is High Fly Asia, personal branding, brand yourself, networking. Now all these are my hashtag, and earlier on I also brand myself as Prince of Networking because that is what I want people to start calling me. Okay, so with that, please, if you have any question, please continue to type on the comment. I will consolidate it and I will answer it in a bit. Stephanie, hi, how are you? Oh my god, I missed the session that we have steamboat together and talk so much. Datin Kwan, you're in the house, thank you very much for joining. And Tanny T, oh, thank you for joining, please. Stephanie May, thank you for joining. We are at point number 3. The point number 3 is you are who you say you are. Remember, you must know why are you doing this, where to start doing this, how to market research yourself. Now, a lot of people also start venturing into Facebook Live. Now, Facebook Live, generally, I feel it must also be content driven. It cannot be too fun, just doing nothing, because I feel like if people want to spend their time to watch you, they must bring back a value with them. So in this case, like for me, I don't want to do things that is no purpose. Therefore, all my Facebook Live, me and my team think through it, what to say, what is relevant at the current situations, and we share it to the public. So that helps you to be a thought leader in your environment and your area of expertise. Okay, so that's number 3. Now, I want to share the 4th one. The 4th one goes like that. The 4 elements of your personal branding. Okay, now you need, in these elements of personal branding, right, what do you post? Sometimes you really need to be very mindful on the point number 1 under these 4 elements. The first element is your personal proof. You say you are good, but how can you convince your audience that you are good? That goes into the proof part. The proof part is the personal proof. What kind of personal proof that you can do? Your education proof, your experience proof, your credential proof, and your achievement proof. Now, most of us has all these proof, but the lacking part is you never kind of talk to your social media follower and audience about all these proof. I know sometimes you have said in the early stage, maybe a couple of years ago, but once in a while you need to bring it back to talk about it. Why? It's a gentle reminder for the new people that just join you or just follow you. So what kind of proof you need? Personal proof is like education proof, experience proof, credential proof, achievement proof. Like for me, education generally, sometimes I do take it out. I graduate from NUS, and I kind of like, after that, I kind of join the airlines, and I have the my experience proof, which means I see the world, I talk to different people, and that helps me to be better to network with others, and I go to different countries to explore, to have network from different country. Those are experience proof. Credential proof is example, I'm giving a lot of talk, I'm giving a lot of public talk, my own talk, giving preview, all these things. All these are credentials that kind of like set you that, I know that you are the area expert because you have been doing that all this while. And of course, achievement is like it doesn't matter, it can be awards, it can be some of the media write about you. Those are also your achievement. Like for me, in Vietnam, I have people that I have interviewed in other countries, and I think I'm quite blessed because I'm being interviewed by Forbes, and the issue is coming out next month. Forbes Thailand, and can't wait to see it. And all these things is achievement and credential for you, and all these you need to post it as a content on your social media so that people will acknowledge that one is like a personal proof that what you say and what you do and how we perceive you is kind of aligned. Okay, so the second one is social proof. Now social proof is what? Social proof, of course, social proof without the COVID-19 is your networking proof, which means who you meet for meetings, who is your friend, who is your mentor, who is your members. All these are social proof. Even though now we cannot go out, but a lot of times even online, who is watching your Facebook Live, who is in your webinar, all these are also can consider as a social proof. So please remember to print screen that down and share it with the audience, and that help you to manage about the social proof that you go. Though we cannot go to events so many nowadays outside, which because events can be your social proof. Now for us, the webinar that we attend, the Facebook Live that we attend, all these are also a social proof that we don't sit down idling, not just watching Netflix, but we also do our part to go and learn from other people. So those are also proof that you can actually put into social proof. Now the first one is personal proof, the second one is social proof. Now the third part is what? The third part is association proof. Now companies and people you work with, any write out about you and what you have written, sometimes you have written for some media, those things are very good as an association proof. Now for me, I have write article for quite a lot of media before, English, Chinese media, or even Malay media. So those are my proof that I'm a thought leader in this area expertise. And your family friends, who is your family friends, who is your acquaintance? Unfortunately, this part of it, there is a double-edged sword, because if that person that you show on your social media is someone that people don't like, then you have a negative connotation into it. But if this person is someone that a lot of people like, there is positive kind of perceived value into that. So like what we always say, be mindful who you hang out with. I'm not saying that you have to be too choosy about that, but be mindful on whether who you want to portray inside your social media. Because people will judge you based on who is your friend, then they will know that that part itself is how they associate you. Birds of the same feather flocks together. This one we do it on the daily basis. When we see someone is hanging out with these people, we automatically think that this is that kind of people. Especially if you're hanging with all the smokers, people will think that you are smokers. So always be mindful of that. Yeah, we have Evelyn in the house. Thank you for watching from Singapore. We have Waibun Lok from the house. We have thank you Narabong from Cambodia, from the royalty family. Thank you for watching it. I'm blessed for you to have it. We have Nancy from Singapore. Thank you for watching. Khalil from Singapore. Thank you for watching. And I touched on now we are the fourth part, the 4 elements of your personal branding. Personal proof is very important. Social proof is very important. The third one is association proof. Okay. Now the fourth one is recognition. Recognition goes a long way. Recognition is like awards, testimonial, recognitions, anything that shows you are best in something. Those are your recognitions that you can always post online so that people will acknowledge that you are the real thing. Of course, when I say all these kind of proof, you don't just at one time just post it at one shot. No, you spread it out, you know. Once a while you post this, your thought. Once a while you post lifestyle. Once a while you post proof, so that it becomes like every time you do your posting, there is always a mixture of style, mixture of angle, mixture of perspective. Then you don't make your followers get sick of reading the same old style of doing things. And please don't always do sales posting. You know, when you keep on doing sales posting, people will get very sick, because social media are meant for interactions. And one more point that I like to highlight is the way you craft your posting. Remember, social media are meant to be interactions, to be more social. So don't make it like you're writing an essay. Make it like you're talking to somebody. How do you do it? When you write your Facebook posting, right? So your Facebook posting goes like that. When you write, you normally write it from theoretical perspective, logically perspective. So what you do is, after you write your posting, you read it out. When you read it, you hear, does it sound so rigid? Then you have to change it, because your posting must be like, I'm talking to you now. Then that style of writing, it makes a lot of sense, because when people reading, it's like you talking to me. So when you write Facebook posting, first you write it and you edit it so that it's more like interactions talking. In this case, if you do it well, then you have more people who wants to read your posting. Okay, I have some questions in the house. I'm already writing down, so I will be answering it in a very short while. Okay, now remember this, and you need also to understand that keywords is very important. Now, always craft your keywords. Now, I will be launching my webinar very soon. Got to do with online personal branding strategy. Is so that is about 2 hours. Now, if you are interested, feel free to join me when I announce it. And definitely it will be about 2 hours. I'll be sharing more in details on how you can craft your keywords, so that it will help you to be more focused in terms of how you want to post your Facebook posting or your social media posting. Now, remember this, you always have to tell your story before you can be advised to them. You know, like sometimes a lot of people start giving people advice, but they are not doing it on their own, because I always say that you must walk the talk first before you are able to advise others. If you are not a thought leader, you don't even do it, how can you advise others to do it? So that kind of social proof is a little bit mismatch, we call it. So the mismatch coming into like, who are you to tell me when I don't see any proof that you are good in that particular things that tell me to do. So in this case itself, please remember, always walk the talk first. Whatever that you want to advise people, you make sure that you have done it before, then only you can do it, okay? And of course, beside, just now I already say Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google, YouTube is also another platform that High Flyer Asia start to explore, because YouTube is amazing. You remember this, video marketing is more viral than posting, just content, just write up. Video is more viral. So if you can remember to invest in a good lighting like this, invest in a good platform so that you can actually do it properly, because you don't want people to think that you are doing no efforts posting or video crafting. You always want people to know that you are putting effort in everything that you do. That shows the personality that you have. Okay, now before we go into the number 5, let me answer a couple of questions first. Gemma, can you help me to post a question when I'm doing this answering? Now, Shukri have this question. If there is one very important tips you can give about online personal branding for someone that is not business owner, but rather than employee, what would that be? Shukri, like what I say to you earlier on, even for working class, it's very important to start having your personal branding. Remember this, because after this lockdown or after this issue, there will be a lot of retrenchment going on. If people want to retrench the staff that doesn't value add to the company. If you are working for your company and you all the time brand yourself in so well in your thought leader, example, if you are in engineering firm and you talk about engineering and pull it back to your company on a daily basis and you have a good follower, that kind of value add is very, no companies will want to let you go because you are value add to the company itself. Now, if the company let you go, you also don't have to worry. A lot of other engineering firms more than happy to have you on board because you can help them on the social media part to help to brand their firm or their company. So Shukri, you have done very great job in building your branding. Let me tell you, if your current company don't want you, I think a lot of people who wants you to work for them. So remember this, it doesn't matter whether you are a business owner or you are working for others, you need to brand yourself in your area of expertise. If you are working class and don't want to talk about your company, no problem. You can talk about your area of expertise, which was what you are doing good. So that one is very important. Okay, we have Mac in the house. We have Josh Ru from Hong Kong. Thank you for joining me. Now, Shukri, I already answered your questions. If there's one important tips you can give about online positioning to someone that is not business owner but an employee, what would that be? That will be, please continue doing so like a business owner. You own your own branding. So if you do it well, you will have a lot of opportunities start coming to you. And that opportunity is priceless because you will never know which day somebody will just decided to collaborate with you. Yeah. And the second question is from Minkit. Minkit asked this is, what were the initial problem that you faced in personal branding? What will you do differently if you can start all over again? Okay, this is a real story. Okay, Gemma, can you help me to post that? The question is, what were the initial problems that you faced in personal branding? What will you do differently if you can start all over again? My initial problem when I first brand myself in Malaysia is I start branding myself as a trainer, as a speaker. Unfortunately, after 2-3 years, I realized that in the entrepreneur, in the business world, in the society, a lot of business owners don't acknowledge speaker or trainer as a branding, right? Because the entry of being a speaker of a trainer is very, very easy. Anyone can do that. So that kind of restrict me to be in the business environment. So after 2-3 years, what I do is I kind of like slow down in terms of my training and giving talk. I kind of expedite or enrich my business side, which is I start growing my platform. I start doing my business side. I start letting people know that 70% of my time I'm doing business. I'm an entrepreneur. 30% of my time I'm giving talk, and I'm a speaker. So that helps me to slowly, for the business world, people start acknowledging me as an entrepreneur. That is what I face, and I hope that this could be a good guideline for you too. Like what I say, it's all stepping stone. Unfortunately, I feel society have a tendency to start judging you very much earlier, but it's okay. That's why we call rebranding comes about. And we are also work in progress. We are not perfect from the beginning, so we are always continuously upgrade ourselves, be better. And the question is, what will you do differently if you can start all over again? Well, I don't think I want to start all over again. I really love all the experience that I have for the past 7 years or the past 10 years after I left the airline, because each experience that I faced helped me to craft to be who I am today. So I treasure all the good things as much as the bad things, because it all comes in a package. Because without the bad things, I would not appreciate the good things. So I will not start again, because I feel that the journey are meant to be this way, and I'm blessed in many ways. I'm happy till now what I have been through and what kind of branding that I have. I'm very blessed with that, and I will continue to be better. So to answer the questions, I will not start over again. I treasure every experience that I have. Okay, So Nancy from Singapore asked this. So do you think that educational credentials are also important? For me, I think that educational credentials are important in the early stage when you come out to the working force or to the business environment. After you are outside in the society, in the working world, your day-to-day experience is more important than your educational credential. For me, your day-to-day MBA is more important than you are taking an MBA, because theoretical and practical is totally very different. So in this case itself, I always feel that your day-to-day experience, your day-to-day obstacle, your day-to-day challenges, how you go through it, all these are more credential than your educational experience. So in the early days, yes, which means when you started out to work, yes, but after that, it's not that important anymore. Okay. Minkit, again, you asked this question when you first started pursuing, how you handle naysayer and negative. In fact, that will be my last statement that I'm going to share today. But I kind of bring it forward, then later part I reinforce back. You cannot have everyone's love you, there's no such thing. As much as we are not perfect, we have our good points, we have our bad points, we also will have people who like us, who love us, and people who hate us. Why do they hate us? I'm not too sure. Doesn't matter, you don't need to know, because as long we do the 80-20 principle, that is good enough. What is 80-20 principle? 80% people like you, 20% people hate you, that is fine. Your clientele, 80% is good clientele, 20% is bad clientele, is good enough. Why? Because life is not so perfect. That's why you call imperfect perfections, right? Perfect imperfections. So in this case, for the naysayer and the negative people, let me tell you, I appreciate them, because without them, I cannot be better. Without them, I cannot appreciate all the good people that like me and love me. So like we always say, we need to appreciate rainy days. If not, we don't know how to appreciate sunny days. So all these things is yin and yang thing. So as long as it belongs to 80%, 20%, which means 80% people like you, 20% people don't like you, I think that is fair. So how do I handle? Now I tell you, in the early days, I have a lot of naysayer. You know that about 7 years ago, I first came back to Malaysia. When I started to partner with Dr. Milu, a lot of people think that I'm a scam. So that is even more hard to hear in my ear, right? Today's topic actually a bit overrun, because I think this is a very great topic. Now, is it okay that I overrun a little bit, maybe about 10 to 15 minutes? If you are okay, can you give me a like? Please like, comment and share. If you like it, I continue. I will only have one more points to go. Definitely, I will finish up and sum it up. Okay. So I know it's 8:57, but if you like it, please let me continue to the last point. The last point is this. The last number 5 is called perception is reality. Do you agree or not? Let me tell you, you have to agree, because it has been done so many times. Now I say it again. If you are rich, if people think you are rich, is more important than you are rich. People think that you are successful is more important than you are successful. People think that you are smart is more important than you are smart. So in this case itself, remember this, the perceived value is higher value than a real value itself. That is how you can craft it into your online personal branding strategy. Okay, and have you heard about something called rumor and gossip? Let me tell you, rumor and gossip is very dangerous. Rumor and gossip is an opposite of your online personal branding strategy. If you do not have a focused online personal branding strategy, on the online world, in the social media world, you will need to be worried about something called rumor and gossip. Why? Let me tell you, if let's say at this point of time, people tell you, hey, Steve Wee is a scam. He don't know about personal branding. He don't know about networking. Well, you can do your background check. Check my social media. Check all the proof that I have. Now, those proof that you have from your social media, your strategy, help you to override all this rumor and gossip that people are talking about you. If you don't do that, where can people find proof that you are not the rumors and the gossip that people are talking about you? So therefore, online personal branding strategy, if you do it well, it can be help you to overcome the rumors and the gossip that people are talking about you. So in this case itself, that is very important, isn't it? Right? And what is rumors have to do with personal branding? Rumors is very dangerous. If more people talking about the rumors, it will become real. Because people are blindly sharing fake news, blindly sharing rumors, and therefore the rumors can become real. How to overcome it? If you have a right personal branding strategy, your Facebook posting, your social media posting has record down your years of experience, your years of proof. No one can actually do that. Why? Because you have a proof to back you up. Whatever people start having a fake profile picture of you, fake Facebook of you, fake IG of you, they cannot override the real thing. So in this case itself, you are doing yourself a justice by helping yourself to overcome all this. Yeah. So rumors is very tricky. How you want to override it? You override with the right online personal branding strategy so that you can convert it into word of mouth. Word of mouth means what? Word of mouth is like this Facebook Live, people share, people talk about it. So you have more people understand that I'm a thought leader in this, I'm an area expertise in this, so that more people will buy me and acknowledge me and perceive me this way. Okay? So some people ask me this question, how about scammer? Now you don't have to worry scammer if you have a good background check. You know, your good social media to back you up. Your good social media back you up means this is the real thing. The scam is not the real thing. But if your Facebook is hacked, your Instagram is hacked, that is your own problem. Because I got hacked before. Now you want to find me how I overcome the Facebook Live hack, you can go into my earlier Facebook Live and you can see me sharing about it. Because if your own Facebook Live, if your own Facebook is hacked, it's because you never do your part in making it secure. So if you want to secure your Facebook or your social media, please go into my online Facebook Live. I think that was second episode. You can scroll it up and you can see my past Facebook Live, and I can share with you how to secure your social media. Okay. Now, there is something I like to share before I end this. It's called imposter syndrome. You know, imposter syndrome is what? Imposter syndrome is where I heard first when I attend Michelle Obama talk in Singapore. She shared this. Imposter syndrome is like this. He said, a lot of people, they are good, but they are worried that people think they are not good. They are smart, but they are worried about people think they are not smart. They are so worried about how people think whether they will be they are this, they are good, not good. Maybe he is not so perfect. Maybe he is not what. Stop thinking too much, because imposter syndrome it is in all of us. We always think that we are not good enough. There is a saying that goes, sometimes you're not good, maybe someone best. So doesn't matter. There will be someone that needed your help more than another. So you don't need to go and impress people that is better than you, but you can impress someone that is not that great in terms of your knowledge. So I think that is fair, right? So do not have imposter syndrome. Why? Because you start belittling yourself, start looking down at yourself. And especially in the online world, in the social media world, confidence goes a long way. You need to be highly confident in terms of what you say, what you do, because that helps you to overcome the imposter syndrome. That's why imposter means people think that you are faking it. But if you're really faking it, I think of course, you can't fake it, right? Because you need proof, you need credential, you need all these years of experience. That's why it back you up for you on this part of faking it. I'm quite sure that also a lot of people like trying to fake it until they make it. Unfortunately, like for me, I will see through it because I cannot find any credentials from their background check to support this person, so I don't trust this person that much. You see, trust goes hand in hand with proof. As long as your Facebook social media strategy has a lot of proof credentials, you are quite good to go with this. Okay, I have a lot and another questions that ask me which country am I from. I'm from Malaysia. Very proud of my country, and Malaysia is a very beautiful country, and it's a very good country to start your entrepreneurship. Unfortunately, now we have a COVID-19, but definitely I still love my country very much because it gave me my second chance. It gave me an opportunity to start my next phase, my second chance of my life. I always say this because this in Malaysia is where I get to know Datin, I get to know Trailing, I get to start all the businesses I want, I get to have a followers, fan base. That's where my second chance of my life start, and I treasure it, and I still treasure it now, and I'm still proud to be called Malaysians in Malaysia. Yeah. The last part, I'm going to end it. The last part is like this. So if you're in the house, please like, comment, and share it to as many people as possible. Last part that I want to say, I wrote down here is you cannot make everyone love you. Please remember that. You will do your best to make everyone love you, but you can't make everyone love you. There's no 100%. But by your sincerity, by your genuinity, your good heart, your kindness, your big heart, try to convert people that don't love you previously to love you now. Sometimes it takes time because people need time to slowly get to know you. But it's okay, right? We are not perfect, right? So it's okay for as long as 80-20 principle, 80% people love you, 20% don't love you, I think that is good enough. Okay, so with that itself, I'm going to sum this Facebook Live. I hope you have take back something with you. Remember your Facebook strategy. What is online personal branding strategy? How you define your own measurement for success. You are who you say you are. The 4 elements of proof personal branding. And also perception is reality. Remember this. Remember why do you start to do online branding. Remember how you start to do online branding. Remember your keywords. Now, I will be announcing my online personal branding strategy webinar very soon. So if you like it, please feel free to join me. It's a 2 hours, 1.5 hours to 2 hours, where I will share more details on this online personal branding strategy. This is the hottest topic that is trending now. I hope that I have done my part. My name is Steve Wee from High Fly Asia and also Brand Yourself. Thank you for giving me your time, 1 hour precious time to watch me in this Facebook Live. I hope that you bring back something with you. Definitely strategize yourself, rebrand yourself, brand yourself correctly so that you don't let your audience feel fatigued or tired of seeing, not sure what you are. Okay, thank you very much. In your house, give me the final like, the final love, the final one, and bye bye. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Minky. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. I will just wrap up all the light, all the love before I call you off. Yeah. Take good care of yourself. Be good. Stay home. Don't simply go out, and take care of yourself. Eat well. Exercise. And be good. And I will see you very soon after all the April 14. And hope that you can join me at my webinar. And I'm more than happy to share with you more about this. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.